The universe brought this message to you tonight through the one messenger that never lies, your own body. Right now, as you listen to these words, something is happening inside you that your mind has not fully understood yet. Maybe it is a warm feeling in your chest that appeared days ago and refuses to leave. Maybe it is the strange heaviness in your hands that seems to have no reason behind it. Maybe it is that feeling in your stomach that rises and falls like a wave. It comes out of nowhere, disappears for a moment, and then returns again. You have tried to explain it. You have tried to ignore it. But it keeps coming back. Your body is trying to tell you something. And what it is saying may be something your mind is afraid to accept. Your body already knows. You did not find this message by accident. You did not arrive here at a random moment. Something deeper than curiosity guided you here tonight. Something inside you recognized these words before your eyes even finished reading them. There is a reason for that. Your body has been carrying a truth about this person for a long time. Your thoughts keep pushing that truth away. Your mind keeps searching for logic. Your mind keeps asking for proof. But your body has been quietly holding the answer all along. And tonight, that answer is finally finding a voice. Take a slow breath. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow yourself to be present in this moment. There is nothing here to fear. There is only something important for you to feel. This message is for the person whose body has been speaking to them for weeks. The person who keeps noticing signs and then convincing themselves they mean nothing. The person who wonders if they are imagining everything. The person who needs to hear that what they are feeling is real. Your body already knows something that your mind has not fully accepted. It knows that this connection is not finished. It knows that something is still moving beneath the surface. And it has known this long before your thoughts began asking questions. There is a reason why your body has been reacting in ways that do not match your everyday life. Everything around you appears normal, the same routines, the same responsibilities, the same familiar days. Nothing seems different on the outside. Yet underneath it all, something has been changing. And your body felt the change before anything else. That pressure in your chest when this person crosses your mind. That sudden feeling of warmth that arrives without warning. Those moments when a chill moves through your body even though the room has not changed. The way your breathing suddenly becomes deeper without you even trying. You notice these things, and part of you wonders why. Your mind searches for explanations, but sometimes the body responds before the mind understands. Long before a thought becomes clear, the body often reacts to what the heart already knows. Your body has been responding to this person for much longer than you realize. That is why certain memories still feel alive. That is why certain moments still carry energy. That is why some part of you cannot completely let go. Your body remembers. Not only events, not only conversations. It remembers feelings. It remembers presence. It remembers what it felt like when this connection was alive. And somewhere deep inside, it recognizes that the story is not finished. While you are sitting here listening to this message, something may also be happening on their side. Maybe they cannot explain it either. Maybe they have been feeling restless lately. Maybe their sleep has changed. Maybe they find themselves thinking about things they thought they had left behind. Maybe they are moving through ordinary days while carrying a feeling they cannot put into words. Sometimes they reach for their phone without knowing why. Sometimes your name appears in their thoughts at unexpected moments. Sometimes a memory appears so suddenly that it interrupts everything else. And even if they try to focus on other things, the feeling remains. Because some connections leave a mark deeper than logic can explain. Their body remembers too. It remembers the comfort they felt around you. It remembers the calm that existed in your presence. It remembers the way certain moments felt effortless. It remembers the feeling of being understood without needing many words. And those memories do not simply disappear. They live quietly beneath the surface, waiting. Sometimes a song brings everything back. Sometimes a familiar place suddenly reminds them of you. Sometimes a simple scent carries them into a memory they thought was gone. And for a brief moment, everything becomes clear again. Not because they planned it, not because they were looking for it, because the body remembers what the mind tries to forget. There are moments when they feel something missing and cannot explain what it is. There are moments when a space inside them suddenly feels empty. There are moments when their heart remembers before their thoughts do. And those moments are becoming harder to ignore. Their mind may tell them to move forward. Their mind may tell them the story is over. But their body continues to carry a different message. A message that speaks through feeling rather than words. A message that reminds them of a connection that once felt important. A connection that still holds meaning. Your body already knows this. That is why the distance between you feels different than ordinary distance. Your mind looks at the silence and calls it separation. Your mind looks at the space between you and calls it an ending. But your body feels something else. Your body feels movement where your eyes see stillness. Your body feels energy where your thoughts see absence. And that feeling has never completely disappeared. The universe does not always communicate through dramatic signs. Sometimes it speaks quietly. Sometimes it speaks through emotions. Sometimes it speaks through sensations that arrive without warning. A warmth in the chest. A sudden calm. A wave of emotion that seems to appear from nowhere. A feeling that refuses to leave no matter how hard you try to explain it away. Your body is not just carrying you through life. It is carrying wisdom. It is carrying memories. It is carrying truths that your conscious mind has not fully processed. And lately, that wisdom has been trying to get your attention. You feel it during ordinary moments, while washing dishes, while sitting alone, while driving, while walking through familiar places. Everything feels normal. Then suddenly, your entire body becomes still. For a moment, time seems to slow down. You cannot explain why. You only know that something feels different, as if a shift is happening somewhere beyond what your eyes can see, as if a change is moving toward you, as if part of you already knows what is coming. Your body has been preparing you, not through fear, not through anxiety, but through awareness. And perhaps you have noticed another change recently. Something inside you feels stronger, not louder, not more desperate, stronger. There is a difference. Before, this connection may have felt painful. Before, it may have lived in the ache of waiting. Before, it may have appeared in tears that arrived without warning. Before, it may have lived in the constant urge to check your phone, to search for answers, to look for signs, to wonder what they were thinking. But something has changed. The feeling is still there, yet it feels different now. More peaceful, more grounded, more certain. You are no longer carrying it the same way. The tightness has started to soften. The sadness no longer feels as heavy as it once did. The emotions still appear, but they move through you differently. Like water flowing instead of a storm overwhelming you. You still care, but your body has learned how to hold that care without being consumed by it. And that change matters. Because when the body stops fighting what it feels, it creates space for clarity. And clarity is beginning to arrive. Little by little, moment by moment. Your body already knows, and every day it is helping your mind catch up to a truth that has been waiting patiently beneath the surface all along. Not because the longing has disappeared, but because your body has settled into a deeper kind of trust. Something inside you has become quieter, not weaker, not less loving, simply calmer. You are no longer spending every moment waiting. You are becoming. And your body is guiding that change. Sometimes that feels frightening, because becoming means you are leaving behind the version of yourself that held onto this connection with fear. It means you are no longer gripping it with desperate hands. And part of you worries that if you stop holding on so tightly, you might lose it completely. But that fear belongs to the mind. Your body understands something different. Your body knows that releasing the need is not the same as releasing the love. The love remains. The love exists in places much deeper than fear. The love lives in the memories carried by your heart. The love lives in the lessons this connection brought into your life. The need was never the same thing as love. The need was fear trying to protect itself. The need was uncertainty searching for control. And your body is no longer interested in carrying that burden. Your body has begun choosing peace. Maybe you have noticed the change. You sleep differently now, more deeply, more peacefully, as though something inside you has finally stopped fighting against what is. You breathe differently. Your breaths feel fuller. Your chest feels more open, as if your body has decided it is safe to receive life again. You stand differently, more grounded, more secure, more connected to yourself, as if your spine has remembered that it was designed to support you, not to bend itself into impossible shapes for someone else's approval. This is not giving up. This is remembering your own value. This is every part of your body deciding that it deserves to take up space. Every muscle, every breath, every heartbeat. They are all carrying the same message. No more shrinking. No more abandoning yourself. No more becoming smaller to fit inside another person's fears. And this shift matters more than you realize, because when your energy changed, something changed between you and them as well. When you stopped chasing, something inside them noticed. When you stopped reaching, a space appeared where your reaching once existed. When you found peace within yourself, that peace traveled farther than you know. Your peace was never passive. Your peace carried power. It moved through the invisible connection between you. It reached places that words never could. And somewhere, in ways they may not fully understand, they felt it. Perhaps they began noticing an emptiness that had not been there before. Perhaps they started feeling restless without knowing why. Perhaps a quiet ache appeared in moments that used to feel ordinary. Perhaps they found themselves thinking about things they had avoided for a long time. The walls they built no longer felt as strong. The distractions they depended on no longer worked the same way. Because your transformation created movement, not through force, not through pressure, but through truth. The universe often begins change this way. One person heals, one person grows, one person chooses peace. And that healing creates a ripple that reaches farther than anyone expects. Your body already knows this. Place your hand over your heart for a moment. Feel the warmth there. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your hand. That rhythm has carried you through every season of your life. It was there before this connection. It was there during every beautiful moment. And it remained through every difficult one. Your heart continues beating. Steady, faithful, present. Your heart does not measure distance the way the mind does. Your heart does not count days. It does not keep score. It simply remembers. It remembers what mattered. It remembers what touched your soul. It remembers what changed you. Every heartbeat carries a memory. Every heartbeat carries a truth. And perhaps one of those truths is that some connections leave marks that never completely fade. Not because they are meant to trap you, but because they were meant to transform you. Your heart remembers. Your body remembers. And those memories continue living within you, not as pain, but as wisdom. Not as attachment, but as understanding. There is something sacred about that. Not because it can be measured, not because it can be explained, but because it can be felt. And feelings often speak a language deeper than words. Your body has been speaking that language all along. The signs have appeared in quiet ways. You may have noticed changes in your dreams, not every night, but often enough that they catch your attention. Dreams where this person appears. Dreams where no conversation happens, yet somehow everything is understood. Dreams that leave a feeling behind long after you wake up. Dreams that stay with you throughout the day, as if your body carried something back from another place. Perhaps there have been other moments too. A sudden warmth in your hands, a gentle tingling in your palms, a wave of emotion that appears without warning, a shiver that moves through your body even when the air around you is still. Moments when tears appear in your eyes and you cannot explain why. Yet those tears do not feel heavy. They do not feel hopeless. They feel meaningful. They feel like recognition, like remembering something important, like reconnecting with a truth that was never truly lost. Perhaps you walked past a familiar place, a place connected to a memory, and your body paused before your mind even realized what happened. Perhaps you heard their name unexpectedly, and before your thoughts could react, your heart had already responded. A flutter in your chest, a change in your breathing, a sudden warmth spreading through your body. Moments like these often arrive without warning, and when they do, they remind you that some experiences leave deep impressions. Your body carries those impressions, not because it wants to keep you trapped in the past, but because it remembers what mattered. The body has no interest in pretending. It has no reason to lie. It simply responds to what it feels. And right now, your body is carrying a truth that is becoming harder to ignore. You have felt it many times. A quiet knowing, a calm certainty, a feeling that remains even when doubts appear, because your body and your mind often speak different languages. Your mind asks questions. Your mind searches for proof. Your mind wants guarantees. It wants certainty before it believes. But your body works differently. Your body feels before it understands. Your body recognizes before it explains. Your body simply knows. When something is wrong for you, your body usually tells you. Your shoulders tighten, your chest closes, your breathing becomes shallow. Every part of you begins pulling away. The body knows how to protect itself. It knows how to say no. But there are also moments when your body moves towards something, moments when it opens instead of closes, moments when it relaxes instead of tenses, moments when it expands instead of contracts. And those moments reveal something important. Because even through confusion, even through distance, even through uncertainty, your body has continued responding to this connection in a way that feels familiar. Not because it is weak, not because it is lost, but because it recognizes something meaningful. Your intuition has been speaking through your body this entire time, while your thoughts changed directions again and again, while your fears appeared and disappeared, while your mind searched endlessly for answers. Your body remained steady. It kept pointing toward what felt true. It kept reminding you of what mattered. And through every stage of this journey, it remained your most honest guide. My dear, you have shown remarkable courage. Not the kind of courage that receives applause, not the kind that attracts attention, but the quiet kind. The kind that reveals itself during lonely nights. The kind that appears when your heart misses someone, and yet you continue moving forward. The kind that shows itself when every part of you wants answers, but you choose patience instead. The kind that rises when your emotions feel overwhelming, and still you continue breathing through them. The kind that helps you stand back up every morning. That courage matters. It has always mattered. Every difficult night, every uncertain day, every moment when you felt like giving up but chose to continue. None of it went unnoticed. Your strength has been seen. Your growth has been seen. And every step you have taken has been shaping you into someone stronger than you were before. Every moment your body ached and you allowed yourself to feel that ache instead of running from it, something important was happening inside you. You were building strength. Not the kind of strength people can see, not the kind that appears on the outside. A deeper kind, the kind that lives within your spirit, the kind that cannot be taken away by distance, silence, or uncertainty. Every difficult night taught you something. Every tear carried wisdom. Every moment of longing helped shape the person you are becoming. Even when it felt painful, even when it felt endless, something meaningful was growing inside you. And that growth matters more than you realize. If these words are reaching you tonight, allow them to settle into your heart. Allow them to move through you gently. Allow them to remind you of something your soul may have known for a very long time. Your body already carries answers that your mind is still trying to find. Your body already knows this connection has not left you unchanged, and your body has been preparing you for what comes next. Because there are moments in life when change arrives before there is any visible sign of it. The shift happens beneath the surface first. The energy changes first. The feeling changes first. And only later does the physical world begin to reflect what has already been happening underneath. That is why you may feel their presence before you ever see them again. That is how the body works. The body does not wait for evidence. The body does not need explanations. The body senses movement before the mind understands what is happening. You may wake up one morning and immediately notice something feels different. Nothing around you has changed. The room looks the same. The day begins the same way it always does. Yet there is a warmth inside you that was not there before. A quiet warmth that begins in the center of your chest. A warmth that slowly spreads through your body. Not the warmth of sunlight. Not the warmth of a blanket. A different kind of warmth. A feeling of comfort. A feeling of closeness. A feeling that seems to come from somewhere beyond what your eyes can see. Or perhaps it will arrive as lightness. A feeling that a weight has finally lifted. A feeling that something heavy you have been carrying for so long has gently fallen away. You may suddenly realize that your heart feels less burdened. Your thoughts feel calmer. Your breathing feels easier. And for the first time in a long while, you are not searching for answers. You are simply present. That is what knowing feels like. Knowing does not chase. Knowing does not force. Knowing rests quietly within you. Maybe your hands will feel different too. More alive, more open. As if they are remembering what it feels like to reach for something and find it waiting there. As if your body is preparing itself for a future that your mind has not fully imagined yet. Maybe your heartbeat will feel different. Not faster, not slower, just steadier, more certain, like a rhythm finally settling into place, like a drum finding the beat it was always meant to follow. You may not understand it at first, you may even try to explain it away, but the feeling will remain. Because some truths arrive through experience rather than logic. Some truths are felt long before they are understood. And then one day, something may happen that feels impossible to ignore. You will be moving through an ordinary moment, nothing dramatic, nothing unusual. Perhaps you are making coffee, walking through a doorway, driving home, looking out a window. And suddenly your entire body becomes still. Not because something happened around you, because something happened within you. A knowing rises from deep inside, a knowing that has no words attached to it, a knowing that asks for no proof, a knowing that simply exists. And in that moment, you understand something. You understand that change is closer than it once was. You understand that movement has already begun. You understand that something long delayed is finally finding its way forward. They are closer than they used to be, not necessarily in distance, but in energy, in awareness, in readiness, in timing. Closer in the ways that matter most. The walls that once seemed impossible are beginning to weaken. The fears that once controlled everything are beginning to lose their power. The silence that once felt permanent is beginning to soften. And the space that existed between you is no longer as solid as it once appeared. These changes may be invisible to the eye, but your body notices them. Your body feels them. Your body responds to them. Long before conversations happen, long before messages arrive, long before circumstances shift, the body often knows first. That is why so many important moments begin as feelings. A feeling that something is changing, a feeling that something is approaching, a feeling that a chapter is preparing to turn, and your body has been listening to those feelings all along. The mind often wants dates, the mind wants certainty, the mind wants a clear explanation, but life rarely unfolds that way. The deepest changes usually arrive quietly. They arrive through feelings, they arrive through awareness, they arrive through inner knowing. And that is exactly what your body has been carrying. A knowing that cannot be measured. A knowing that does not need constant reassurance. A knowing that grows stronger each time you choose trust over fear. Each time you choose peace over panic. Each time you choose faith over doubt. The universe rarely announces important changes with loud signs. More often it whispers. It sends a feeling. It creates a shift. It places a calm certainty inside your heart. And those who are listening can feel it long before they see it. Your body has been listening. Your body has been paying attention. And perhaps that is why you found these words tonight, because some part of you already recognized the truth. Some part of you already sensed the movement. Some part of you already knew that something was changing. The message has been there all along. Your body heard it first. And now, little by little, your mind is beginning to hear it too.